Hey everybody, we're back with another Alan Wake chapter. We just did chapter 1 and we're going to jump into chapter 2. I did have some copyright issues in chapter 1, so apparently people in Russia cannot view the video. Um, it has something to do. I shut the music off in this game, but it has something to do with the music still plays at the end of the chapter, and it was a song that was copyrighted. So I'm going to try to avoid that at the ending of this chapter. Hopefully it doesn't happen again. Okay, so we're a little bit before the end of the
The
chapter, which is
garage was a
okay.
mess. It looked like someone had trashed the place, or that there'd been some kind of fight.
I'll write. I'll keep writing. Outside, there's only darkness. Outside the cabin, outside the story, there's only darkness. I can feel a presence in the dark.
We'll go ahead and
Just
just
now,
skip
I could
across
smell her
this because we
perfume
did
in the room.
already see
I'll
this.
reach her. I'll fix it up. I'll bring her back.
So we are gonna run into that music again
Rainbow Sheriff Station.
because it hasn't ended. So let me see what I can do here, because this is what's been causing it. So if I press enter,
Previously
yeah, see, I don't know. Previously on Alan Wake.
on Alan Wake. I came to Bright Falls with my wife, Alice.
Thank you for coming here with me. I thought maybe you could write here.
I don't want to hear it! God damn it, Alice!
Now, she's missing.
Alice? Alice?
I woke up behind the wheel of a crashed car. I'm missing a week. I was attacked by shadowy men straight from a nightmare. The sheriff took me to the lake Alice and I had stayed at, but the cabin had disappeared.
Okay, we should be good.
Honey, I'm home.
Back here, sweetie. How was it?
Worst weather I've ever seen.
You should put some coffee on. It'll warm you up.
Coffee's on.
Great, thanks. I'll need it if I'm gonna finish this by tomorrow. Oh, hey, I just finished those cover mock-ups. They're on your desk. Tell me what you think.
No kidding. I didn't think you'd get them done this quickly.
On occasion, I can perform all sorts of miracles, my dear.
Oh, really?
Well, you seemed to think so last night.
So there was already one coffee thermos in this place. I wonder if there's possibly not another. Oh man, that winter storm. It's just gorgeous. I don't think there's much else in this apartment because we've already gone in 1 room, 2 rooms. So we'll let us go back here. Interesting.
The continuing freezing rain and heavy snowfall have necessitated a winter storm warning in the entire tri-state area. People are advised to stay indoors as many roadways are already closed, and city officials are not expecting snow crews to keep up with the weather. We're now on the 3rd day of the blizzard, and the weather is not expected to clear up anytime soon.
Okay, so we cleared basically everything. We got the restroom. Yeah, so that should be it then. We'll go ahead and go into the office.
These look really good.
Oh, sure, until Barry gets his hands on them. Which, by the way, will happen over my dead body. The last time was the last time. Oh, and speaking of Barry, he called. Alan! Alan, please check the fuse box.
I'm right here. I'm on it, honey.
Please hurry!
Honey, it's a power outage. I've got the flashlight.
Okay. Hi.
You okay?
I'm sorry. It just really spooked me.
Don't worry. We'll just break out the candles.
I know it's stupid, but it's just... Especially when I'm not prepared for it, you know? It gets to me.
I love you.
Tell me a story, writer.
Okay. I used to have these nightmares when I was a kid. The dark really spooked me, too. When it got really bad, my mom gave me this old light switch. She called it the clicker.
The clicker, huh?
Yeah. If I ever got scared of the dark, I could just flip the switch and a magic light would scare the monsters away.
Oh, sure.
Here it is.
Alan.
Maybe it'll help you, too.
Yeah, nice story, writer boy. You made that up right now, didn't you?
No. Seriously.
I love you, even if you are a liar. Thanks for this.
Alrighty. We went a little bit in
How do
the
you feel,
past.
Mr. Wake? Any nausea, disorientation, anything like that? Mr. Wake, how are you feeling?
I'm okay. My head's fine. I had to lie about my headache and memory loss. He'd send me to a hospital for tests. I couldn't leave without Alice.
Very well. I don't think you have a concussion, but you've obviously been through quite a shock. You should take it easy for a couple of days.
Thanks.
Well then, Mr. Wake, we're done here. If the pain gets any worse or you experience any other symptoms, you should come see me. I'll let you get on with it then. Sarah, Sheriff Breaker, is waiting for you. She's very good at her job. I'm sure she can locate your wife in no time.
Doc Nelson was the image of a small-town doctor. Sheriff Breaker had called him to the station to take a look at the cut in my head.
Richard Bob, Bruce Dansky, Jacob Miller on a camping trip overdue. Haven't been in contact. If you have seen them or know their whereabouts, please call 555-9932. Thank you. Have you seen this man? Disappeared on 6/20/07. Identifying features, knack for winning contests. Interesting.
Come in, Mr. Wake. Your phone's on the desk. The battery was dead. It's charged now.
I'm gonna go out here to the lobby just to see if there's not a thermos somewhere around here, because I bet you there is.
Mr. Wake, the sheriff is waiting for you in her office down the corridor. That was Cynthia Weaver. I guess you can call her the town eccentric.
There it is.
She used to be the editor of the local newspaper,
Always.
but she's focused on, other things these days.
She'd fit right in where I come from.
Your phone, Mr. Wake?
Have you started looking for my wife yet?
My men are already on it. Now, can you tell me what happened?
I'm not sure. I can't remember. We were arguing. I walked out of the cabin.
The cabin on Cauldron Lake?
How did you end up at Stucky's gas station?
I wanted to tell her what had happened last night, but I couldn't. She'd lock me up. Excuse me. I need to take this. Hello?
Alan, please help me.
Alice?
Stop talking to the law. You'll do exactly what I say if you ever want to see your wife again.
Who is this?
Go to the back lot. There's a hole in the fence on the left. Look inside the junker. I left a little something there to convince you we're all on the same page here. After you ditch the cops, you're gonna meet me in Elderwood National Park. There's a spot called Lover's
Mr.
Peak.
Wake, can I help you with
Midnight.
anything?
Don't do nothing stupid, pal. We're watching you.
I need to get some air. The sheriff said I could go out back.
Of course, Mr. Wake. You can get there through the cell corridor.
Hey, mister! Hey, can you turn the lights on? The deputies, they don't understand. They won't listen to me. I need it to be...
The early morning light hurt my eyes and made my head ache. The man on the phone had said, go through the fence on the left.
I really don't remember this part of the game at all.
Well, folks, it's been another long night, and it's about time for me to sign off for a while. God knows I need my beauty sleep. Just one more item before I go. It's been a busy night for the sheriff's department. We've had a few broken windows, even a report of shots fired on Main Street. Deputies Mulligan and Thornton had to deal with two intoxicated young men who were celebrating the completion of their Deerfest float. Now, folks, we get this every year. I know it's exciting that the big day's almost here, but let's save it for the party and leave the gunplay for the shooting competition, huh? There's no point in getting all worked up yet.
So yeah, this is interesting. I don't remember I don't remember this part of the game at all. I want to go ahead and read the manuscript pages. So we're in Taken right now.
What they say about the fall and the sudden stop at the end. I'd lain here in the snow while the lurid chain of scenes that had led me here kept playing in my head. A rerun of my own private snuff movie. A memory of my corpse. Alone at my own wake. Thinking in metaphors again. The femme fatale was gone. Only a sour taste remained of the kiss that killed me. This was a late goodbye. 13 years after I'd gotten my revenge. It had finally caught up with me. It had been a long time to bear the pain. My blood painted the snow red. A gruesome slushy dissolved all the scattered painkillers and leisurely dripped down to the sewer, mingling with the bile of the city, becoming one with it. I can see them now, my wife and my baby. Honey, I'm home.
In spite of its human mask, to describe the dark presence as intelligent would have implied human qualities on something decidedly inhuman. Nonetheless, it found the one spot in the diner that was dark enough. Some light spilled into the corridor, ravaging it. But it took the pain. Horrible as it was, the writer would soon fix that. He would be coming to the one place where it still had power.
Interesting. So we've got everything except for the nightmare pages.
The caller had told me to find a hole in the fence behind the police station. There was something for me in an abandoned car. Alice's driver's license had been placed on the front seat. The caller meant business. Barry?
Ow! Ow! Thank God! Where the hell have you been? I've been trying to reach you for a week, you and Alice. Oh, I've been worried sick. I flew out yesterday. I'm here in Bright Falls.
Barry, listen to me. I'm at the sheriff's station. Come and get me. I can't talk now.
Al, what the hell is going on?
I had to get the sheriff to let me go. I needed to get to Elderwood National Park to meet Alice's kidnappers.
A writer is a light that reveals the world of his story from darkness, shapes it from nothingness. The way a sculptor carves a statue from a block of granite. If I stop, the world I'm making dies. Darkness will reclaim it. It's a long, hard journey into the dark. Alice's life is at stake, but I can't think about that, or I'll lose it. The dread lingers at the edge of perception. I'll push on. Anything is possible here. I'll write the story. I'll save her.
Interesting.
Marvelous, Sarah. I just wanted to settle all the damage the Anderson brothers might have inadvertently caused.
Are you feeling any better, Mr. Wake?
I'd like to leave. Am I free to go?
Well, we still need to talk about...
Am I under arrest?
No, of course not. But I need to know where you'll be staying so I can get in touch with you.
I'd avoid the motel. The Majestic is known for its roaches. The cabins at Elderwood are pretty nice, though.
That sounds perfect.
I'm Dr. Emil Hartman. I'd like to invite you to stay at Cauldron Lake Lodge.
Did you talk to my wife?
I had the pleasure of discussing your situation with her on several occasions.
Did you set something up with her?
I invited her here. My clinic is a place where...
Oh, hey! Oh, my!
Wow.
Hey, nobody move! Get your hands off of my client!
Who are you?
I'm Barry Wheeler, his agent. If you have business with Mr. Wake, you talk to me. You yokels won't know what hit you once I sick my lawyers on your asses.
No harm done, Sarah. I'm all right. I don't want to press charges. Mr. Wake, my offer still stands.
Get me out of here.
What the hell was that about, Al? We don't need a replay of that thing with the paparazzi. I thought they were gonna lock you up.
I like how he goes out there in those little short, like, pants shorts and then the big puffy jacket.
I told Barry everything. He
That's
thought
so
I was
funny.
certifiable, but when he heard about the manuscript, I had him. The fact that I'd written something, even if I couldn't remember it, was enough for him. He smelled money. And he believed that Alice had been kidnapped. Anything beyond that was another story. I had a midnight appointment with the kidnapper in a place called Lover's Peak, somewhere in Elderwood National Park.
I remember
The plan
this
was to
now.
rent a cabin.
I don't
just
like
didn't
it, Al.
remember
I don't
that
like any of it.
sheriff
It's not
station.
good. In fact, it's the absolute opposite of good.
Mr. Wake! Barry, you found him.
Hi, Rose.
Oh, wow. I was just thinking about you, too.
Great.
I was just bringing Rusty some coffee. He's on the balcony, looking after Max. Poor thing. I really need to go. Great to see you again, Mr. Wake. Later!
Who's Max?
What an airhead.
Jeez, Mr. Takes a swing at everybody. This is not her fault. She's a very nice girl and, more importantly, a fan.
Bucktooth Charlie, Colombian Mammoth. That's cool. Man, I really don't remember this game being like this. The skeleton of a Colombian mammoth. This specimen, estimated to be 14,000 years old, was recovered from the La Brea tar pits in 1981. It was donated to the Elderwood National Park in 1998. When the Colombian mammoth became Washington State fossil, named Bucktooth Charlie, it has since become the park's official mascot. Yeah, this game is still beautiful. The graphics still hold up. It's really nice. I'm very impressed with this. I'm glad I got it. I got it on sale. I got this game on sale, Steam sale, for like, I think it was like $5.
Seriously, Al, what you were saying in the car? Just listen to yourself. What, you shot a guy and his body just disappeared? When was the last time you slept? What, are you high? Have you been drinking?
No! Look, Barry, I'm missing a week, and someone's got Alice.
Do
and
you
everything's
understand what it sounds like when you say stuff like that? Don't get me wrong, it's a good story, could be a bestseller. But when you start confusing fiction with reality, you're buying yourself a ticket to the funny farm.
Wait here.
It's really cool how this game is like a full-on movie game. And it's not even a movie. That's what's so incredible about it. They really put in these little extra scenes that you just get to play through. And it's just building the story. I don't know, it's just really interesting. I don't remember it being this...
Easy there, boy. I'm almost done.
It's just incredible.
Hey, Rusty, right? You rent cabins. Oh, Mr. Wake. I'd shake your hand, but mine are kind of full here. Actually, I'm sorry about this. Would you mind grabbing the registration form from the desk? It's just across from Bucktooth Charlie.
Okay, sure. What happened?
seriously, Al, you can't just go and meet a kidnapper. Those situations always end up in disaster. You gotta talk to the cops.
She's my wife, and it's my call. Can we talk about this later?
No, this whole thing. Listen, you hit your head. I mean, geez, Al, come on. You gotta understand how crazy all this sounds.
I think this is the form you wanted.
And here are the keys. Okay, you're all set, Mr. Wake. Glad to have you staying here.
Thanks. Can you tell me how to get to Lover's Peak?
Oh, sure. It's at the end of the nature trail. Just follow the paths, you'll get to it eventually. It's an easy walk. Nice spot, too. If you have any trouble finding it, just keep your eyes on the radio mast. It's right below that.
Oh, how gorgeous is that? Man, this game is really beautiful.
Trying to pull a joke on me, freak me out? It's working. Ha ha! Let's have a laugh on Barry. Well, you had me going there real funny, Al. You can quit it now. Look, Al, you're asking me to believe that you shot a dude who went poof into thin air, a guy who was bulletproof until you pointed a flashlight at him. You hear that from people who end up spending time in padded rooms, strapped to their beds, wearing white shirts with too long tangled up sleeves. That's just crazy talk, Al. Al? Al? We should go to the sheriff or call the FBI.
Damn it, Barry, they'll kill her! This is not a goddamn debate, Barry. I'm going to Lover's Peak. He said to come alone.
Okay then. I understand. You're my best friend, and I'm worried that you're not right in the head. Tell me what to do to help, and I'll do it.
You stay here, and if I'm not back by morning, call the cavalry.
Achoo! Just be careful with the natives, Al. These yokels are dangerous. Everybody hates a tourist, or it'll be deliverance all over again.
Deliverance.
Bless you.
Oh, this place is trying to kill me. I'll bet there's mold in here, spores, poison ivy, God knows what. This is so not worth a 15% commission.
Oh, batteries. Maybe we can find some ammo before we head out too. I just want to check around this game a little bit. I really like finding the manuscript pages, so I want to keep picking those up so we can read those. Doesn't look like there's any around here. Okay, we'll move on.
I'll wait here, Al. I'll hold down the fort. I'll be with you in spirit every step of the way, Al. Walk through the door now.
Barry had the keys to the car he rented. It wasn't a long walk to the visitor center, and it wouldn't be any use to me in the forest. I knew I should have gone to the cops. This wasn't the smartest thing I'd ever done, but I was still angry with Barry for trying to talk me out of it. These people had called me right in the sheriff's station. The cops wouldn't scare them, and they had Alice.
And they knew he was in the police station. I mean, that's odd on its own. So they were watching him, or they just maybe knew? I mean, that's kind of a weird concept if you think about it. Let's go ahead and get those manuscript pages read. I don't want to fall too far behind on those.
The kidnapper fired his gun one last time, and the shadow vanished into the darkness it had come from. See? Nothing to it, Wake. The thought of Alice in his hands was revolting. We stood on the wooden platform of Lover's Peak, the waterfall and the mountain behind us, the lights of the radio mast blinking red in the heights above. I fought with the urge to take a swing, force myself to speak. Let's cut the act now. Where's my wife?
Huh, it looks like...
Barry had never gotten along with Alice, but he knew Alan loved her with an almost frightening intensity. And now something had happened to Alice. And here was Al armed with a gun and saying things people got put in padded cells for. It was as if his friend had experienced a massive psychotic episode and was now totally disconnected from reality. It scared the shit out of Barry.
Okay. It kind of seemed like we were bouncing around a little bit, but we're back on track.
Welcome back to the show, folks. As promised, our very own Dr. Nelson has just parked his rear end in the studio. Doc, what's your Deerfest
There's
plan
the
like?
ammo.
My plan? You make it sound a lot more organized than I ever seem to manage.
Oh, did you see that? That was terrifying.
No plan, really. Just taking the atmosphere. I'm getting
There was a guy in the window just watching us.
You know.
Oh, tell me about it.
Oh,
No sack
man.
race for us older gentlemen, huh?
This game is actually about to be terrifying.
Check out the collectibles. And I'll be one of the five-time guest judges, too. Well, that takes a different kind of guts.
Ooh, okay, okay. Goodness gracious. Ah, that actually made me jump. It's the sound effects. They know what they're doing. They know how to play with the mind of the gamer, the player. The person who's immersing themselves into the game. Man, it is it's so unnecessary and it's so unfair. I don't remember this game being scary back when I played it on console. I don't know, maybe I just wasn't affected by that stuff, but this is really, really terrifying. Ugh. It's the setting. There's this, and the sound effects in the back. There's a sound effect in the back of the game, in the audio, and it's just so unsettling. Goodness gracious. The bass, oh man, this is really, really messing me up. I can hear the wood creaking. Oh man.
Crime and punishment. The cancer and cure of civilization. But some crimes are impossible to punish. Especially...
It's like the Twilight Zone. Yeah.
Tonight's episode.
It's the Twilight Zone. How cool.
He's inside, Agent. He's a weird one.
So, you're confessing to killing that guy, huh? Why?
Had it coming?
Yeah, but why would you do that? I mean, you're a nice guy. Normal? Took your kid to a soccer game? So how come at the game, you pick a guy and, quoting from the arresting officer's report here, assault the victim's head area repeatedly with the weapon of choice being a pair of bare fists? Wow, that sentence really flows, huh? Maybe you're not the literary type. Okay, so you mess him up. But why? Who was that guy? We couldn't ID him. Why would a guy like you do him like that?
I didn't like his face?
Well, you must have hated it, because you really went to town there. I mean, there's no way to tell what he looked like. No ID on him either.
That must be difficult.
But then we ran the fingerprints. Got a match. Your prints. Identical.
Huh, how about that?
Your son said you were wearing a white shirt when you took him to the game, but the white shirt is on the dead guy.
It's plenty red now.
You won't get away with this.
Do you really think that's in any way relevant to me? I had plenty of time to talk to my boy before the cops arrived, you know? He won't stop screaming, am I right? You think he's ever gonna be okay? I left my mark, believe me.
You bastard.
What? You gonna shoot me? What's the point? I'm going to prison. You got me.
I don't understand any of this.
And you never will. Don't worry. Maybe you'll see me again, Agent. Maybe in the mirror.
Huh. That's really cool that they threw that in this game. It actually reminds me of when Grand Theft Auto was adding those little short episodes on TV in Grand Theft Auto 4. It's very similar to that. They put a lot of effort into that. That's cool. And especially because it, you know, resembles Twilight Zone. That's just amazing. Alright, so manuscript page there. So it looks like we're gonna go that way, but there is a pathway here, so I definitely want to check this out. So, should just be another manuscript. Yeah. Well, that's a good thing we checked it out. What does this sign say? Visitor Center? Elderwood National
The vision left me weak. This was no head injury. Rusty, damn.
Rusty, hang on! I'm coming! Please, help me!
That lady with the thing over her face is terrifying. The sound effects when she's in the game, I can't handle it.
Anybody? Help me!
Man, I know that when I played this game back on console, I wasn't wearing headphones. So that really changes. I know you're screaming, but that's a trap. I'm gonna keep searching around.
Help me. Somebody.
So there's a manuscript page over here. And then, can I go in here?
The ranger's office was locked. I'd need a key to get in.
Moonshine Cave, Lover's Peak. That's where we're headed. Drop hazard. Oh, a thermos. Those were in really tough spots, by the way. Some of them are pretty obvious, but that one was not obvious. If I wasn't looking, I definitely would not find those ever. if I just stayed on a straight path in this game.
Hello?
Back here.
Oh, he actually is hurt.
Hey, please help me.
Ooh. Wow, the whole place was trashed.
Mr. Wake?
Oh, hell.
It happened just the way it was on that page. I found. Came true. It knew. So dark. It'll come back for me. You must... The lights. In the office. I have the key.
Okay, Rusty. Hang on. I'll be right back. Whatever did this couldn't be far. Rusty had found a page from the manuscript. It would help me understand what had happened. Shh. Good boy. The only way to make sure that Rusty was safe was to get the power running and the lights back on.
So now will actually be a good time to read these manuscripts. I don't want to get too far ahead without reading
The air
these.
in the visitor center was heavy with an awful smell, as if some rotten drowned thing had crawled up from its grave. Rusty kept coughing blood. My eyes were drawn to the twisted shape of his broken leg. The attack had been vicious. Max whined in his cage. Rusty's eyes were wild with fear and terror. He gasped. Mr. Wake, it happened just the way it was on that page.
Huh.
The visitor center was sturdy, but the impact turned the front of the building into splinters. Rusty was thrown across the lobby like a rag doll and hit the far wall hard. It didn't hurt until he tried to move and saw his leg bend the wrong way, felt the broken ribs stabbing him on the inside. Rusty howled in pain and fear, suddenly afraid to die alone. At the last instant, I changed direction and threw myself down. The axe splintered the trunk of a tree. I stumbled into the pool of bright light. My lungs burned. I was too exhausted to move. I tensed as I waited for the killing blow, but it never came. I raised my head. Nothing moved in the darkness beyond. For the moment, bathed in the cold light, I was safe.
Very interesting. This game has got a lot going on in it.
I was too late. Someone had destroyed the circuit breaker. There was no way to get the lights back on.
Rusty! Rusty!
The ground was covered with oily patches that looked like liquid darkness.
Disney hunting licenses.
Something had torn a mammoth-sized hole in the wall.
Please don't feed the animals.
Huh. And they had that sign in the...
Is only permitted for those visitors who purchase a park fishing license. Obey the park ranger's instructions at all times.
Rusty? Rusty, no! Never!
No approach closer than 100 yards.
Two bears and wolves! Never approach any other closer than
25 yards.
Pets must be leashed.
Never
leave your
pet unattended.
It is
against the law
to remove any historical items from the park. This includes even
Here we go. We need the ammo. And when they said don't feed the animals, there's a sign coming up this pathway that says do not feed wildlife. It's really interesting. This game has a lot of... they just put so much work into this game. I don't remember it being this in depth. Yeah, something out there is just dropping trees. It sounds like that lady. I don't want to talk about her because she terrifies me. But it sounds like she's doing something. Campgrounds. I don't think we can go there.
What the hell was that? I saw it from the window. I saw something.
Forget about it, Barry. It's just me going crazy.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. You're not crazy. I wish you were crazy, but you're not crazy. Ow, be careful.
Stay in the cabin. Don't open the door for anyone. I mean it.
Alright, another manuscript page, and then it looks like that was a flare... I think that was a flare gun. Down in that emergency box. I hope it was. Yeah, we don't have a flare gun. Excuse me. We don't have a flare gun or a shotgun, so our weapons get taken from us all the time, too. So no flare gun. And we really haven't seen that painted, that yellow paint anywhere since that first episode. It's kind of changed per I don't know, per story. Like, he's in the dream, then he's out of the dream, he has guns, and then he doesn't have guns. It's really interesting.
Lover's Peak was at the far end of the nature trail.
Oh, this is Moonshine Cave. Oh, there's the paint right when we said it. So obviously there's gonna be something good in here. This is gorgeous. Look at this cave. This is incredible. Site of frequent bootlegger activity throughout the Prohibition, 1919 to 1933. Wow. This is really pretty. Oh, wow. Is it not a shotgun and... Okay, it's not a flare gun, but we got a shotgun. That still is really cool. I was just talking about that. It was mostly used for temporary storage of alcohol smuggled from Canada, but at times, alcohol was also distilled on the premises. It's so interesting how they put this stuff into this game. They didn't have to do this. They could have just made it a very plain, linear story. And even though it's a linear story, there's so many different things you can do that builds on the story. So it's not just running through mission after mission in a speed run. I mean, you want to enjoy a game like this. This is really nice. I like this a lot. It's scary. I don't like that, but... Oh gosh. Wow, he was very, very close. Man, that third guy that popped out was right next to me. That was so... Gosh. It's the sound effects in this game that did it. That's what they did. They know how to make the sound effects, the feelings. It's very, very scary. It's very unsettling. So I'm wondering, so there's light down there, there's a pathway, but okay, we gotta go around. Okay, I was just wondering. I like to check out these little areas, because look at the stuff we've already found, just from searching around a little bit. So I didn't mean to use this. I didn't know I had that equipped. I don't like that the game throws, when you get a gun, it just throws it on equip. It does that with the flare gun too. And you seem to waste bullets that way, so I need to keep in mind sticking on the handgun. Another manuscript page. Whoa! What on earth was that? Oh, he's a brute. I'm out of ammo. What am I supposed to do? Well, I'm screwed. I don't even know where to go now because I went off the path, so I don't know what to do. Yeah, I'm gonna die. I don't... Lover's Peak is up ahead. Okay, but how does that help me get ammo? Huh. Whoa, that dude run... Man, they run so fast. It is unbelievable. Well, I can't get away from him. That's obvious. Maybe I could just rebuild health. I don't know what to do here. I guess I'll just run. And then I start running slower. No ammo. No shotgun shells, nothing. I guess I'll just have to manipulate my flashlight the rest of the way up there. I mean, I didn't have to go off path. I just didn't think I was going to get ambushed like that, especially by a brute. Like, that guy was very, very fast. Here, we got light right up here. We're good. Okay, maybe some ammo. There we go. Man, that big dude, he was very, very quick. And it's like the light didn't phase him as much. Okay, so where do I go now though? So visitor center. Okay, so he's back down there. I'm just gonna maybe I can actually reset him. And then I'll just run to the left. Cause I need to save my ammo. The great old one. Nope. Just won't leave me alone, will you? The great old one. Felled by lightning. That is so cool. I actually went into a tree like that in Washington. So I don't get what I'm supposed to do here. They put me in this stressful moment, but there's all this area to search. I don't get why they do that, because I love to explore. Man, how are you that accurate with a sickle? They just throw these things all the time. And I'm out of ammo. I don't know. I'm just going to keep moving. I'm not going to worry about these side anything. There's nothing I can do about it. These guys are too fast. This is just unreal. I'm not even on the hardest difficulty. This is crazy. And I can't... Wow, that's really stupid. So he's just gonna stand right behind me? Wow, I don't understand this. So I'm just running to get ammo. I don't remember the combat being like this. It's kind of tacky. Huh. I don't know. This is weird. Maybe I'm not using my ammo right? I don't know. It's something about it feels really odd. I get having like stressful moments and stuff, but like why have stressful moments in areas where I can search the woods? They had all those areas around me to go search, and I couldn't because I didn't have any ammo, nor did I have the time. Once they come out of the woodwork, you have to just run. And so maybe in those moments there's nothing else to find. I don't know. It feels a little weird. I'd rather search stuff first, like right up here. I want to just search. But if that fog comes back like this, so screw it. I'm just gonna go back. I'm gonna go back to the trail. I'm not going to do this off-roading stuff at the moment. Because I just don't know how. I don't know how I can even play this that way. And I'm limited on ammo. I don't have a lot of ammo right now. They just gave me 9 bullets. And there's like 5 guys coming after me. Yeah, I can't kill 5 guys with 9 bullets. So he just charges? Huh. And I'm out of ammo again. Oh, this is actually really irritating. So what am I supposed to do? Just run through the whole game? Is that... I don't remember this game being that way. I remember the combat. Well, I can't do anything. I guess I just have to run. There's... This is not realistic at all. I don't understand what they want me to do here. How am I supposed to kill 4 guys? I have 12 bullets. I'm just gonna run past them. I'm not doing this weird. I don't have ammo. They don't give you enough ammo in this game. I don't understand this. I don't remember the combat being like this in this game. It is really, really irritating. They don't give you much at all to work with. I'm on normal difficulty, I think. Yeah, I don't know. I can't even kill the big guy. I guess I just run the whole game. I don't remember this game being like this. This is not... I don't know what this is. This is really, really strange. I'm not getting much from this. It's just a dark pathway, can't run, can't do anything. And there's guys everywhere. Huh, this is really weird. I don't remember this game being like this. I really don't. So they give me a coffee thermos, but they don't give me ammo. And apparently I wasn't even supposed to come down this way. And I'm gonna die down here because of a coffee thermos. With 5 guys. No, that's 6 guys. Yeah, I mean, you can't survive this. What am I supposed to do? I don't have the bullets. They're not giving me ammo. I don't understand what I'm supposed to do here. I guess that just avoid fights. Why have fights if you just have to avoid them? That doesn't make any sense. I don't like that. That's not enjoyable gameplay. It's not even scary. It's just annoying. So you just pick and choose what fights you get into, which fights you don't get into, so you can save ammo? I guess, I don't know. Maybe I've been wasting ammo on foolish fights. Maybe that's how the game's supposed to be played. So if I see a single guy or 2 guys, I'll just leave them alone and just run past them. I guess, I don't know.
We gotta get moving. More of them coming.
What's this guy's story?
That flashlight's kid stuff.
Yeah, no doubt. Give me that flare
Flares will
gun.
keep the bastards away.
Telling me like I don't know, but they didn't give us a flare gun the entire second chapter.
You can see them too? Hell, of course I see them. Come on, we gotta move.
Why?
Because that's the way
Oh, you can
Yeah, but
hold a
move.
flare.
I lost my gun back there.
Oh, I've got a gun. Just keep that light steady on him.
It took a moment, but then I recognized him. He'd been on the ferry when I first arrived here with Alice. He knew my name. We were headed in the direction of Lover's Peak. There was no way this was a coincidence. He was the kidnapper.
Come on, Wake. You better keep up. You set him up, and I'll knock him down, Wake. Lover's Peak. Right up these stairs, Wake. Use the flares from the emergency box to hold them off while I get these boards off.
Give me the gun.
Yeah, no can do, Wake.
Are you kidding? Give me the gun!
No time for back talk. Hold them off, damn it! Just a little longer. Scare them off. Get some light on those bastards. That'll keep them off us. Just a little longer. I almost got it. Okay, it's open, Wait. Move it or lose it. Wake, where'd that one go?
I don't know. You have the gun. You deal with
Better
it.
get ready. They'll be on us soon.
I mean, now I'm sitting gunless with a flashlight and just flares, so I'm not doing anything. I am running. You can deal with it. I hope we get to keep those flares, the actual stick flares, as the game progresses. Oh, there's a stupid thermos. Let's grab that. Since we almost died for one earlier.
This is it, Wake. A last stand. There's more flares here. Get ready. We fight them as long as they keep coming.
Give me the goddamn gun! They're coming!
That's not how this goes. Get with the program, Wake. That's right. You just keep coming. Just die already. Die! Stop moving! That's what I got! Yes, boy!
Oh, his aim is putrid.
This is a piece of cake, Wake. Fighting me! That's right! That's right! Just keep coming! See? Nothing to it.
How does he get to hold 100+ rounds on him and we get
Let's
12?
cut the act now. Where's my wife?
I knew you were gonna say that. I read it all before. You're a hell of a writer. Congratulations. You're gonna bring about something glorious and terrible once we get you some proper editorial control.
What the hell are you talking about? Where's Alice?
I want the entire manuscript, or she's gonna suffer bad.
You touch her up.
Okay.
No!
So...
Come back here! I swear I'll kill you if you hurt Alice! Do you hear me? Come back here!
We just got his
He had
gun.
Alice, and he wanted the manuscript.
We
because he
already
thought it
lost
held
our
some
shotgun
magical
again.
power, but I had no manuscript to give him. I had to get back to Barry and figure out my next move.
We have flares. So I wonder if flare guns are obsolete now, because we haven't seen one since the first chapter. So I have to wonder that maybe they're obsolete and they're not a thing in this game anymore. Now they're giving us flare sticks. The flare sticks are nice, but I feel like they're more like time preservers, whereas the flare gun would actually kill them. And I prefer them to not chase after me. So, doesn't look like we're going down there. We gotta cross. Can't see that far. Oh, and then he's gone. How lovely. Well, that's a bear trap. I don't know why it's lit up. Man, it's so weird. They have so many areas for you to search. But they put you into these unrealistic fights. I just don't get it. I'm just a big explorer in these types of games. I like to see the map through and through. I feel like if they have an area that's away from the main course, it's gonna give you a gift. It's gonna give you something that you need. But this game is back and forth. It's very tricky. It's hard to gauge if you're actually going to like a. Okay, so the bear traps are lit up. I guess they're just signifying that a trap is there, so you don't walk into it. But it's kind of weird because it makes anytime anything else is lit up, it makes you want to walk right into it. Wow, there are a lot of them. So that was like a little shortcut to go around. So now we'll just head up the hill. Okay, so do we go left? Because once again, it looks like... No, this is where we came from. This is where the 2 trees. So we gotta go down this way then. There was no shortcut. Wow, that is a lot of bear traps. My goodness. Okay, so... I guess we go up. So like at like a time like this, I'm not searching, I'm not doing anything. I'm just gonna go through. I'm not even gonna play around with this. I have the stick flares now, I'll just use those. Alright, so what do we have here? Jenny. Oh, no we don't. Oh, that was close. That was really close. And it's out. Why did that actually go out, or was I just overly paranoid? Hunting rifle. Whoa. That's gonna have some power to it. I hear somebody back there though. Oh, that was the hunting. See, they do that. They switch the gun automatically. That's a very odd feature. Okay, let's go ahead and get back on track. So we came up that tree. Man, it's really hard to dictate where we're going. So we came up right here. It feels like it's leading us this way. And it feels like this is the platform. Like we gotta drop off here. Yeah, definitely looks like it.
I had heard the plane fall.
Oh, wow.
It made no sense. It was clear that it had just fallen here, but it was very old and obviously hadn't flown in decades. Looking at it sent a shiver down my spine.
I guess we gotta check that out. Oh, it makes me wonder. It's like, is this time portal stuff? Where an old plane went missing and just became rediscovered, landed in some guy's current timeline, but it's not possible for that timeline to even cross. Oh, we're not going in there. We're not going in there. No, we're not. Wonder what the plane had. Just basic flares. That breathing in the background is really getting to me. I don't know if you can hear that through the video, but it is really terrifying. Okay, let's move on. Let's get out of here. Oh yeah, we're taking that flare. Nope. Nope. Well, they don't give you enough time to do that stuff, so... I guess we're just gonna start wasting hunting rifle rounds now. And all out of pistol. Man. Okay, there's a little bit. What is it, 6 rounds probably? 12? Okay. Let's go ahead and just regain, kind of, because it's so confusing when you're going through these woods. So we just came from here? Yes, we just came from here, and we need to go this way. Or this way? I really don't know. Yeah, we're going this way. Kind of a marked trail? I mean... I shot him right in the head. Okay, but basically spent all my ammo on a 3-man fight, so... we shall see, we shall see. I definitely think I should have played this game on easy, because I am not into this combat mode. So I think those are like landmines. Like, technically like landmines. Like, they hurt you, but you can disarm them, I guess, if that makes sense. You don't have to shine your light at it, which is nice. You can just kind of hover over it. I haven't walked into one yet, but I'm sure if I did, it would give me damage. Okay, so... is there anything in here? Manuscript page, there we go. Before we do this, I don't know what this is gonna lead us to. Okay, so let's do manuscripts, because we just found another one, so I don't want to get too far behind.
In that last instant of consciousness, Rusty thought about Rose. He was older than she was. Rose was barely out of her teens, but she made him feel young and forget what a train wreck his long-dead marriage had been. He still wore the ring. He'd been waiting for her to tell him to take it off. Now she never would.
Interesting.
I turned the corner, afraid of what the flashlight's beam might reveal. Suddenly, a roughly painted symbol of a torch glowed in the light. Behind it, hidden by a rock, sat a battered metal trunk. It was here for a reason. Packed with supplies, batteries, flares, ammo. Things you need to make it through the darkness of the night. Something left behind by someone who knew what I knew, and more. Agent Nightingale didn't want to be in Bright Falls. These little communities revolted him, and he didn't like the trees or the coffee. He now knew that impossible horrors lurked behind the storefronts and smiles. He desperately wanted to turn the car around and just drive until he passed out or ran out of road and booze. But he had a job to do. He had a rider to catch, at any cost. On more than one occasion, Alice had tried to explain to me how it felt to be afraid of the dark. To her, darkness wasn't simply the absence of light, but something more tangible than that. It was something you could touch and feel. Worse than that, it was something with a mind of its own, something malicious and malign. For her, things changed when they were wrapped in darkness. They turned into something else, something foreign. And nothing was safe or innocent anymore. I'd never really understood what she meant, until now.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, it's pretty wicked out in these woods.
Situation after another. I was exhausted, and my body felt as though it had been chewed up and spat out. The flashlight was heavy in my hand, and each pull of the trigger sent a painful shock up my arm. But I was finally out of the woods, and things were looking up. That's when I heard the chainsaw. When Barry saw the darkness attack the visitor center, it made him a believer. The men Al said he'd shot, they hadn't been just locals on crank. Somehow the world had changed, like the channel had been switched without warning. You think you're watching a sitcom, and you're really watching a horror show. When the birds started attacking the cabin, Barry wasn't surprised, just terrified. Rose knew that Rusty was in love with her, and she liked him too. She liked him a lot. He taught her to dance, and life had certainly taught her the value of a man who was gentle. He treated her well, made her smile, made her feel good. But Rusty wasn't the prince of her dreams, and that tended to underline the unbearable truth. She was no closer to that Hollywood magic than he was. Nobody in Bright Falls seemed to know where Al was, but Rose, the waitress at the diner, had seen him. From what Barry could tell, Al pretty much fell off the face of the earth when he left the diner. Rose was just the kind of fan that Al hated, but she really tried to help. She was smart, too, knew a lot about what was going on in the town, knew a lot about Al, even knew who Barry was. Barry liked her. That was no big surprise. When it came to women, Barry and Al rarely saw eye to eye. The logging site was a mess. The modular office had been pushed off the cliff. Deputy Thornton climbed up from the wreckage excited, breathing hard from the exertion. Nobody there. It's weird. Don't you think that's weird? Bored, Mulligan let out a mighty snort. Hell, it's always weird, Thornton. Just a question of sorting out what kind of weird it is this time around.
Wow, that's quite a bit of story. There things that they're saying is that they're saying things that happen later in the game, and that's what's kind of confusing me about the manuscripts, is because we're getting them and we're able to read and know what can happen later. And that's really odd to me, because there are things that they have said that happened later. That's already happened twice. So that's really interesting. I'm trying to figure that out. That seems a little bit odd. I don't know why the manuscripts are all tossed around like that. Okay, so this was just for that? For the manuscript and a couple flares? Or is there a ladder? Oh, there's a ladder right there. Okay. Man, the sounds in this game are unbelievable. The darkness wears her face.
Be aware of Widowmakers.
Wow. So bullets don't do damage. And I just used all my pistol rounds for one guy. I must not be doing something right. Something's wrong, because you shouldn't have to use 12 rounds for one guy. And, no, 13 rounds, because I used a rifle round on him too. That's not normal. There's no way. I gotta figure out what I'm doing wrong. Okay, so there's a manuscript. So I have 6 shots. Okay. This doesn't look very promising. Those are the big guys. I think I'm just gonna try to run past them. Because I just can't keep burning these bullets like this. There's no way. It's too much.
These are hazardous. Occupation.
Well, looks like I'm gonna have to now. Oh man, this is not looking good at all.
Stay out of
They've gone
sight.
all
I'm
Hitchcock
my
on
way.
me.
Don't open the door.
What am I, crazy?
Stay hidden. I'll be there soon. Just make sure you keep the lights on. I still had to reach Barry at the cabin, but at least I was out of the woods. I'd have to get the car from the locked garage. It would get me back to Barry faster.
Oh,
And the
okay.
headlights were a welcome bonus.
So you know what this means. Gotta go into some creepy bathroom stalls to try to get some key. Something's gushing over there in the men's bathroom. I can hear it. Oh, and I just heard the stall door. This couldn't get better.
I had to find the key to the garage.
Yes, I know. You're gonna screw me
A story is not a
over.
machine that does what you tell it. A story is a beast with a life of its own. You can create it, shape it, but as the story grows, it starts wanting things of its own. Change one thing and you set off a chain reaction of events that spreads through the whole thing. The characters have to be true to themselves. The events need to follow a logic that fits the story. A single flaw and the magic is gone. The story dies. Alice dies.
I heard you gushing in that stall, man. I don't know what you were doing in there, but I didn't like it. I mean, this works. I got no problem with this at all. I don't remember even driving a car in this game. We just have to check this car with the abandoned... No? Nothing? That's not good. Let me back inside that whip. I'm not playing with them no more. Let's go. Alright, so return to Barry. Man, the sound effects they make are very unsettling. There's a manuscript in there. I can't even say if a manuscript is worth it at this rate. With all the things we've been through tonight. And the big guy's still alive. I'm gonna go for it. I can almost guarantee that we missed a coffee cup somewhere in that. Where, I don't know, because I'm not gonna, there's no way I'm gonna be searching the map in this game. It's just not possible. Not for me anyways. I'm sure some people have. I'm not doing it. What is that? So why is that there? So it looks like the truck's in pretty bad damage. I don't know if that means anything. I don't know if that truck can actually... Oh, this is a checkpoint. So I guess we must be here at the Cannoneer cabin? Maybe? I really... Oh no, we just looped around. Screw that. So I was right about the coffee cup. Now let's please get out of here. So that was the ranger station. So it looks like they're making us go back on foot. Of course.
The flare gun was probably the best weapon I could imagine against the
flare
dark
gun.
things I was facing.
Yes. If I can save that ammo, I'm definitely going to be trying to save that ammo.
You son of a bitch! Where's my wife?
Enough horseplay, Wake. You deliver the manuscript, and you can have your woman back. Simple as that.
I don't... Listen. I'm gonna need time to finish it. I still need to write the ending. I need a week.
It's not done?
I need a week.
2 days. The old Bright Falls coal mine is nearby. You can find it easy, city boy. The main building, there at noon. You bring the manuscript, you'll get your wife. If not, well, get me?
Yes, I get you.
Well, I'm so glad to see the flare gun back in action. Gosh.
Barry had talked about birds over the phone.
Yeah, those are some wicked birds. I'll definitely use flares against them. They hurt too.
Ow! Ow! I am so glad you're here. A couple of them got in here before I blocked the chimney. This isn't normal. These birds are weird.
So, oh, I have to defeat the birds. Okay.
Ow! Make them go away, please! Situation is that I'm not allergic to birds. Achoo! Oh, crap.
Huh, this is really awkward.
Barry, you can open the door now. They're gone.
Hey, Al. I'm sorry for thinking you were having a psychotic episode, man.
I sent Barry to the town to ask around about a man fitting the kidnapper's description. He'd go through the archives of the local paper. Perhaps he could learn something. Anything about the island and the cabin that had disappeared. The man wanted a manuscript. I had to try to write him one to get Alice back. For me, the supernatural had always been nothing but a metaphor for the human psyche, a tool to use in writing fiction. Now, it was happening for real, and I couldn't put a single word on paper.
Barry Wheeler speaking.
This is Rose.
Rose?
I found Mr. Wake's pages.
Oh, you sweet, brilliant girl.
Could you and Mr. Wake come get them? I live in the trailer park outside outside the town.
We'll be there in less than an hour.
Bye now.
See you soon.
Have a great day. Hope you come back soon. Welcome to the Oh Dear
Diner.
Good.
Oh, not her, man. Please, no. Okay, so they're just about to play another song, which is going to give me another copyright. So, let me go into my settings and see if I can stop the desktop audio. I don't know how to shut. I guess we can just turn it down. No, that still plays it. I don't know how to do it. Okay, so I hope that cut off the sound, the desktop audio cut off the sound. Interesting episode. Some parts were really fun, some parts were not that enjoyable. I think it comes down to, I think it's a situational game. Something that you need to play where you base everything off of the situation. So there was times where I could have just probably ran past one or two people and not fired any shots off. And if you've seen, like, when the chainsaw guy attacked, I just ran right past everybody. So I think it's definitely situational. There are certain parts where you can and can't run. The flares definitely did change the game. Bringing the flare guns back changed the game, and then also the hunting rifles. So I think there was just a weird little in-between phase, in between the not having flares at all and just having a pistol and a flashlight in the woods area, then getting the flare. So that was a kind of a rocky spot that kind of made me question if I even like playing the game. We are in a little bit of a harder difficulty. I don't remember what I played this on. I think I was probably just on normal back in the day, but it was a good episode. It's still a cool story. It's a great story. You can't dog that at all. But I'm gonna be interested to see what the combat is like in the next episode. So if you enjoy this game, I'm gonna continue playing it. I am just gonna play it from start to finish. I'm not gonna not finish the game. Just, even if it is a little irritating at times. It's the same thing with even Mad Max and Spider-Man, all the games that are story-based games. I'm going to play all those from start to finish. I don't start those just to stop them at some point. I need to get those full in completion and have all the videos for the series out there. So if you enjoy this one, stay tuned, keep watching it. I mean, it is a good game. It's a beautiful story. For me, it has a horror aspect. It is very intimidating. Some of these parts are very hard to play. The sound effects are really rough. I don't know if they come through the YouTube audio as well, as they do in the headphones, but it is actually really terrifying. And that adds a little bit more of an effect to the combat and everything too. So, if you enjoyed it, stay tuned for the next one, and I'll see you there.